Hello guys, Blazer here, welcome back to another video of the channel. Today we're going to be starting our brand new series making a free FiveM server in 2026. So if you want to make a free FiveM server in 2026, then stick around for this tutorial. I'm using a VPS for this tutorial, but this can be done on a local host exactly the same. So let's get into the tutorial. So first what we're going to do is we're going to create a new folder and we're just going to call it free FiveM server. What we're going to do is we're then going to go to the first link in the description to this FiveM server artifacts page, and we're going to open and download the newest server artifacts for FiveM. Once that's downloaded, we're going to open up our free FiveM script folder. We're also going to download our download folder, and we're going to drag this server file into our free FiveM server. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to extract the files here. Pretty simple. We just say OK and we let that all extract very quickly. Once that is extracted, you can delete this server off your PC, but you do not have to. We're then going to go down and we're going to find FXServer. Once you find the FXServer, we're just going to open that up, as simple as this. Windows Defender does say you can't run it, but make sure you do run this file. Then what we'll do is we'll open up this little window, which will then start creating an environment for the FiveM server to be made. Now we've got a local host and a CFX account, so we're going to link our CFX account and we're going to log into your CFX account if you haven't already. Once it's authenticated, you can just put I have agreed and then register. Password, we're literally just going to put some random characters. It really doesn't matter that much. So we're just going to register an account. And as we see, we have got the TXAdmin menu here to deploy our FiveM server. So what we're going to call this is we're just going to call this free server, or whatever you want to call your server name to be. We've then got the deployment type. So this is going to be a QBox server. So we're going to run this. It's the same for basically every server. So we're going to run as a QBox server. The location, what we're going to do is we are going to change the path to be, oh no, this is fine. We've got users, desktop, free FiveM server, TX data, that's okay. We're going to save that. And then we're going to go to recipe deployer. Now what you can do is you can edit this. This is the name of your project. This is the author, the description, but we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to go next. Next, you're going to want your server registration key. So we're just going to go to the CFX portal. Make sure you're logged in. You're going to go to your servers, and then we've got the activation keys here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy one of these random activation keys. You can make one for your FiveM server if you want to use that one specifically. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put in this server key here. You do need a database. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the database, and we're going to see if it lets us in. So what it has in is it's not let us in because we do not have the right thing. So what you want to do is you want to download MariaDB and HeidiSQL. So once you've downloaded that, you can open up HeidiSQL on the desktop. Okay, once this has started, what we want to do is we want to create a new one, and we just want to name this something. So I'm just going to name it free FiveM server. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the password to something simple like 12345. And then what we can do is we can open up our database. And we've got a database here for our free FiveM server. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go into our recipe deployer, and we're just going to put in the password. So 12345. We're going to run the recipe, and then it's going to start making the FiveM server. That database pass is important because it's basically telling the server where to put all the saved information. And I'll be back with you once we have downloaded this full FiveM server. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to press next, and then this is our server configuration. What we're going to do is we're going to go save and run server. So now it's got our server running. Okay guys, so the next part is really important if you're using a VPS or you want people to be able to join your FiveM server. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to port forward it. So what we're going to look is we're going to look up Windows Defender. So Windows and then just firewall. So we're going to go to Windows Defender firewall. Pretty simple. We're going to go to advanced settings. And then what we want to do is we want to make two very simple rules. I've already made these rules, but I'll show you how to do it now. So we want to go to new rules. We want to go to port. And then we're going to enter the TCP and UDP. You're going to do the same for both. So specific ports. So what we want to open it up to is FiveM. Okay guys, so we're going to make up. So if So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to open up specific ports. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to create new rule in the inbound rules. So on the inbound rules, we're going to allow ports. We're going to go to next, and we're just going to we're going to do TCP, and we're going to do specific port, and we're going to open up to the FiveM port was 30120. We're going to press next. We're going to allow connection. We're then going to allow all of these, and then we're going to do the name to just FiveM. And then we're going to finish. We're then going to do the same. We're then going to do the same for UDP. So we're going to do Pacific ports. It's going to be 30120, and we're going to do next, and we're going to allow the connection all the time. We're going to allow that. We're going to go next. We're going to name it the same, so just FiveM, and we're going to press finish. So we've got all of our new rules there. To open up to TXAdmin, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go new rules. We're going to go port. We're going to go next. And we're going to go Pacific ports, and it's going to be TCP only. We're going to open up to 40120. That is for TXAdmin. And then you can go to allow connections, allow all connections, allow, and then the name is going to be TXAdmin. And then that allows people. We're then going to do the same for outbound rules. So we're going to then add the exact same rules with the exact same port to the outbound rules, except for the TXAdmin one. So if you've enjoyed today and learned how to create a free FiveM server, okay guys, so next what we're going to do to show you that all that works, we're going to go into our TX data, and we're going to go onto our QBox server. We're going to go to the server, and we're just going to change the name of the server to something that is easy to find. So it's going to be, right now it's called QBox projects. What we're going to call it is we're just going to call it Blaze It Plays Server. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go onto our TXAdmin page. Pretty simple. Back onto TXAdmin for our FiveM server. So what you can literally look up is TXAdmin, and what it will do is it should autofill this with the correct details to get into TXAdmin. What we can then do is you can then simply restart the server, and then we're going to join it. Okay guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to browse servers, and we're just going to look up what we called the server. So I called it Blaze It Plays Blaze Server. What we can do is we can save this as a favorite and then connect. Okay guys, and as you can see, we are in game, and it comes with all of the default options for QBox. This server does come with quite a lot, but there's even more that you can get if you use some of the free scripts and free vehicles that are going to be linked in the playlist below when I make those videos. So if you've enjoyed learning how to make a free FiveM server in 2025, please feel free to join my Discord, link below, and it will have a channel full of free scripts, MLOs, and vehicles for you lot to use. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.